Hello and welcome to Torg's Day Night on the Ulysses International Channel. I am JM, your GM, and with me, as always, are some of the Horsemen and Lapis. So when we last left off with the crew, you guys were at the Nanjing Corporation, and or at least one of their safe houses, and you were engaged with attacked or negotiating, getting the heads in exchange for Edith. You found out Edith was kind of went ahead for some reason that wasn't entirely clear to you. Add into that, you have the fact that the Frenchman was there, and as you were trying to figure out what's going on, do we, where's the sword? Do we need the sword? Where is Edith heading? What did this person want with all of those heads? A sniper round tore through the window of this apartment, striking one of your allies, dropping him to the ground, his health is sort of unknown at this point. And a helicopter with a minigun and a feud storm knight or stormer attacked the group. Becca's or Lapis's rival, along with several corporate Ghost Syndicate allies, attacked. The attack chopper never got to use its minigun, thanks to Tyrannic and Peaches. But when we left off, Simeon, just so you know, you were recovering from the gene mods and the surgery. So we'll bring you into here shortly. When we left off, Maddie had played Fists of Fury, making her unarmed attacks favorable for the remainder of the scene. And the card we drew was Showdown, where heroes go first and get a flurry. And Trick is the approved action. So, John, we're gonna start with you, Simeon, just to give you a little bit of context. You woke up sort of at the safe house with your new, we'll call him primate companion. And after finding out from Maru where the group went, you tracked them down and arrived at the high-rise in time to see the chopper flying by and the bullets starting to strafe the windows, shattering the windows. You came through the rain, so you got into the elevator and we're taking it up to the floor. And as the elevator door opened up, there are multiple elevators that arrive on this floor. So you're in the elevator, the door opens up, you can hear the sounds of gunfire. And as you look across, another door, the elevator across from you opens up, and there is another half dozen of these Ghost Syndicate faceless goons. And so we're going to start with the heroes. You guys get to go first, and you have Flurry, which, remember, you get an extra turn this round. All characters on your side will take their normal actions, and then everyone else gets another complete turn. So, who would like to go first?
Lapis, are you inspired? I'll punching.
Shooting and reloading my gun is what's going to happen this round.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, and I'm probably going to unleash a lightning.
Oh, well, just have the 6 guys in front of you. You're going to unleash lightning?
Yeah, that's
okay.
What I think I'm going to be doing. I don't know when I should go in the initiative order, but
It's up to you.
Go for it. You're dealing with people we haven't seen yet, so I'm all for you taking them out before we have to deal with them.
okay. Let's see. Let me see if I have anything here to. Oh wait, I can't use these.
Mm-mm.
These would have to be. Okay, so I guess that would be my energy weapons, right? Or
That's what it would be, John.
The lightning, yeah.
so. So 23.
A 23 definitely hits.
Okay.
The guy's in the elevator across from you.
Now, my lightning attack is a range. I can do multiple targets. Right.
Do you remember what size of the area of effect it is? Because if it's small, it still only affects one person.
I think when I've used it before, I've hit a couple. So let's see, where are those perks?
So I say, was it in
Oh, it might be in
the
Nile
Nile
Empire
book?
Um,
The cool Nile Empire book.
All right, John, we'll allow you to hit 3 just because we'll go from there.
okay. And let's see. Damage.
Oh, there it is.
Uh,
It causes 13.
oh, I don't even roll. So 13 damage.
Unless it's. Alright, so it says it's 13 damage. Does he get anything, like any bonus dice or anything?
With a 23, he would get 2 bonus dice of damage.
Okay. So roll the 2.
2 bonus.
Ooh, that's a 6.
And these aren't open-ended, are they?
Yes.
They
So
are.
roll that one again. So 11 total, plus 13.
So 24.
All right, John. So 3 of you unleash your energy, your electro ray, hitting 3 of these guys, and they immediately. You got a 23, you said?
Yeah.
24.
Oh, 24.
24?
Damage.
All right. That 3 of them immediately drop to the ground, taken out of the combat.
Cool.
All right, who's going next?
I will. I will
Okay.
gladly go next. Yeah, I think I have to reload my pistol.
Okay.
Will that take? Is that an action to reload? Sorry.
No. Well, I was going to say, while you reload, if their attention is on you, I will punch again.
Well, I was even going to multi-action. I was going
great.
to reload the pistol.
So
and
it's
then
a simple action, Becca.
it's a simple action. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. Reload the pistol. And then double tap Li Mai. Otherwise, has Tyrannic taken out all the other henchmen?
There are still the 3 henchmen with the katanas left.
And
Okay.
is the lady in red still in the room too, helping us?
She is.
Okay.
Can I add this at the end of my... I'm going to add C's initiative at the end of my...
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So I will double tap Li Mai.
All right, go for it.
Okay. That is a 20.
A 20 versus Li Mai. That is a good success.
Okay. I'll take it. 16 points of damage.
16 points of damage. She will take the 2 shock from that.
Okay. Cool.
All right, V, what are you doing?
What were the approved actions this round?
Trip.
Sure. Okay. Ooh, okay. Can I? This is gonna be something. Can I multi-action and go in? Okay. Well, here's the rules question. Is kicking considered on combat?
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay, can I go in for a punch and fake out and instead Patrick Swayze roundhouse kick her?
Yeah. So that'll be a multi-action.
Yes. Okay. How would multi-action work with the favorable kicking?
So you'll roll once,
Okay.
and if you don't like the original roll, you'll use the favorable die.
Okay. Boo.
I'm gonna guess she doesn't like it.
Well, I miss. Because my dice are playing Fading Suns and we are playing Torg. I'm assuming a 10 doesn't hit Li Mai.
A 10 does not hit Li Mai or trick Li Mai.
Cool. I just flourish in front of
Okay,
her.
you flourish. You look arms sweeping. You get a. You actually get a on your heads-up display, your virtual display that's kind of always running around you, as you are constantly projecting kind of your personal area network around here. You get this little blip that says you have a message from, and it's just there's nothing there.
Does my spam filter ding?
It does not.
Great. I will open the message.
Okay. It says, "Don't worry, help is on the way. A friend." And a little icon pops up that says, "Would you like to connect to this network? You will have to make a decision on your next action and possibly make a computer roll."
Question.
Mhm.
Is the message in English or in French?
It is in English.
Okay, great.
All right, so that's the end of the first round. So Tyrannic kind of grabs Zhang Wei and kind of picks him up and starts dragging him back into the bedroom where everyone else, including the Frenchman, is kind of fled, yelling for Peaches, who comes in out of the way, the rain kind of strafing the katana-wielding umbral soldiers with rain. Raindrops kind of shakes off a little bit, and then the two of them kind of pull the old man into the back room. All right, you guys get your flurry action. Who wants to go first?
I will go. I would like to trick the three henchmen and yell out, "Look!" or and yell out, "Watch out! There's more than one Peaches in this world!" And when they turn, pull out my shotgun and shoot them in the back.
Okay. So it'll be a multi-action. You're going to trick. Go ahead.
Oh.
Oh, I put glory into the pool, P.S.
All right.
Well, that solidly thunked onto a 1. It didn't even like roll. It just dropped.
That's one less than what I rolled last time.
Love that. So you kind of you turn and you're like, "There's more than one," and you slip a little bit on the rain that's coming in, and you're going to be vulnerable for the rest of this round because of that one.
Tight.
You kind of get your shotgun gets kind of caught on your trench coat.
I kind of went to the splits.
Yeah, it's the least Loppensy thing we've seen.
Yeah.
Just ever. If we were playing Rollmaster, I know exactly what you would have rolled on the fumble chart, but we're not, so we're gonna move on. John and V, or Simeon and V, you are up next.
Okay. I think what I'm so the approved actions are still, or what are they?
Trick.
It's still trick. Yep.
Just trick. There was another.
Just trick. Nope, just trick.
Okay, well, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, use my rocket boots. I'm gonna kind of fly over. What I'm My intent is to kind of spread our party out so that they're going to be fighting a fight on multiple fronts, kind of thing. Does that make sense? So, and then I think I'm going to do a multi-action and fire my ray gun again from
At the last
air.
three.
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and give me the one roll, and it's going to be -2. So go ahead and let's see if you can
Now, let's
beat
see.
their trick.
I thought one of my modifications meant that I had something to do with the
That's true. You
multi-action.
have a gene mod that it negates a -2 from multi-action. So you are at a normal roll, John.
Okay. So, and so my roll is for my attack or for my.
No, it's
Or-
one. It's still one roll for both.
Okay. Let's see. I think I'd like to spend a possibility and roll again. So,
Add them.
yeah, 11, 27. Am I adding an attribute or a skill?
Your
It's
trick.
going to be you're gonna figure out what the final die value is from your
Right.
die, and add that bonus to both your energy weapons and your trick.
Okay.
And your trick is your mind score,
Ah.
at least.
In my mind. Okay, so trick would be 20.
Okay.
And energy weapon. Let's see. I think I had it at 8. So 8. So that would be. Wait a minute.
Yay, man.
Yeah, that'd be 15 for the. That would be 15
So-
for the energy weapon.
Okay. So a 15 on the energy weapons is a normal success.
Okay.
However, you did get an outstanding success on the trick. So your
Nice.
destiny card that goes into your pool is second wind. And how do you take them out with this trick, John? Because with non-reality rated foes, if you get an outstanding success on an interaction attack, you remove them from play. So how do you trick these guys into being removed from play with your rocket boots into the elevator?
And we're outside, are we? Or
No, we're inside.
No, you're
Okay.
you're inside in a. I mean, the guys you were attacking are in an elevator across, just the way from your elevator that you came in.
I have an idea if you don't.
Okay.
Because you have your rocket boots, right?
Right.
You could have shouted something like, "Can't catch me," and gone zooming back into an elevator shaft, and they all came running after you, but there's no elevator there, and then you zoom back out.
Brilliant.
Done. All right, as they go plummeting to their death, V, what are you doing?
First question. Is Rocket Man playing in the other elevators?
It is not. We don't have the rights to that.
I will, I guess, multi-action open the message and attempt. Oh, Patrick Swayze failed me. I have faith in Patrick Swayze. Attempt another roundhouse kick.
All right. So it'll be the one roll, computers and unarmed combat.
Okay. Okay. Oh, wow. Apparently that's what I'm supposed to roll. My dice don't like me. Computers is a 16, unarmed is an 11.
All right. So your kick should hit, but Li Mai kind of catches your leg with her offhand and pushes you back. You kind of stumble over a small ottoman, but manage to kind of let it carry you back over and kind of land in the rain. And as you access with a 16, you access the network that has shown up, And Maddie, this will come in on the next turn for you. Someone has, you can see there is a new icon in your personal network, temporarily available to aid you. I just sent it to you in the chat.
Ooh.
All right. So after all of that,
Oh, sorry. One quick question.
sure.
Is Scotty still fried?
Scotty's not fried. He just can't do the jamming signal anymore.
Can
So-
he? Oh.
Yeah, he and the lady in red are going to go right now.
Oh. Okay. Great.
All right. So Scotty, being what he is, sort of having reacted to the jamming device and kind of overcome what little system shock there is, you can see a long blade extends from his forearm, and he kind of grabs his elbow with his other hand, and the electric katana that's kind of built into his arm ignites up, and he goes after the umbral guards, and with a 2 almost falls out the window. The lady in red snarls something that I cannot repeat even in French and goes after Li Mai again. All right. Again with her claws, Li Mai goes to block, and you can see at the last second, the lady in red grabs the blocking wrist and punches the claws right through Li Mai's forearm. They extend out the other side, doing a wound to Li Mai, and blood just starts pouring down her arm. The 3 umbral guards with katanas kind of look around, see Simeon, but also the fact that V and Lapis haven't been, at the top of their game recently.
I think I pulled
And-
something.
You might have pulled something
Definitely.
very important to you.
It hurts.
It's the worst move seen in ages. So they are going, 2 of them are going to attack V, and 1 is going to attack Lapis. So V, what is your current melee? Yours is 10, correct? Your melee defense? Oh, that's actually your unarmed defense, but still. All right, well, I'm going to spend some possibility on that because I rolled a 5 and a 6. Good job, guys.
No, you don't need to spend a possibility. It's fine. Like 5 and 6 is great.
15, 2. So that's 14. So that'll hit, but not with a bonus die. And then 8 with a bonus die. All right, so Maddie, the first one will do 2 points of shock to you. The second one hits you for a total of a wound and 2 shock. Would you like to? So the first one kind of comes in, you manage to knock it slightly off balance, and instead of catching you with the blade, the flat of the blade kind of hits you in the temple, knocking you a little dizzy, and then you can feel the hot line of the katana kind of slice through your armor right under your left rib.
I will not, but when can I play Second Wind?
Is it in your pool?
Yes.
You can play it at any time.
Great. I will do that and get 5 shock back, so I just have 1 shock and 1 wound.
1 shock and 1 wound. Perfect. Becca. The other one comes at Lapis and rolls. That's probably not good enough to hit you, so I'm just going to go ahead and preemptively spend a possibility. 8. 20. Which is now just a normal success against you.
Yep.
However, she will do, this guy will do 4 points of shock. He kind of comes around and just pommel strikes you right in the temple, knocking you back. You briefly see little peaches, kind of like multiple peaches in your field of vision as your eyes kind of take a second to adjust. But it is now Li Mai's turn.
Okay.
Your menagerie of freaks won't save you. And all of her hair comes snapping right at your face.
Who's calling who?
Nice.
She was looking past. Lapis right at Simeon, because if you remember, Simeon no longer looks exactly non-freakish. To say.
I thought she was referring to me and Scotty, and I was gonna be like, bad choice.
All right. So Becca, what is Lapis's trick?
Oh, it's an 11.
It's an 11. Is music to this GM's ears.
Cool.
So a 17 is an outstanding success, or is a good success. So Becca,
Yeah.
we're gonna make Lapis. We're gonna make Lapis vulnerable
I was
for 1 round.
Going to say, sir, isn't Lapis already vulnerable?
Oh, well, in that case, Lapis is also very stymied. And do you have any cards in... Yes, Mr.
No.
Furious, the Medusa is calling the Monkey Man a freak. There's no all's fair in Pan Pacifica and feuds. Becca, do you have any cards in your pool?
Yes. I
how
want to
many?
keep them in my pool, please.
How many cards do you have in your pool?
I have 2.
All right. 1 through 3 will be the left card will be discarded. 4, 5, and 6 will be the right card. And I am watching you on camera because you purposefully moved the camera.
I did.
So it will be the right card. What was discarded?
Coup de grace.
All right. And then you can briefly see she kind of takes a breath and punches you right in the sternum.
Oh.
And you're very vulnerable. Yes?
Yes.
From last round?
Yes.
All right, so that's 20. And you currently only have a defense of 15. So I'm going to spend the possibility to get that bad boy up to an outstanding success. All right. So Lapis, she catches you right in the sternum. And you can feel the breath is driven out from your right from your lungs. Everything kind of gets really hazy, just a bit. So give me a second to. There we go. So she will suffer that, and
That is.
I am All right. So she, as all of the hairs in your face, you briefly lose sight of the room, right? And she turns around, and as she hits you,
She's sending me out the window.
she is knocking you back 5 meters out the window.
Luckily, we are 6 meters into the room, so it's okay.
I mean, you tell yourself whatever you need to
I will tell myself a
feel.
lot.
You do tell yourself a lot. I appreciate that about you, and I also appreciate Greg's new breath powers because whoever designed these, I adore them.
Good news, someone has rocket boots.
Yeah.
So, Becca, you will take 11. So that will be 2 wounds and 6 shock, and all of a sudden, you can see the broken window in front of you. Li Mai just kind of standing there. The rest of you kind of, Maddie, you're right there. V, you could see from the rain that was coming in, there's this little bit of rippling from when she punched Lapis in the chest, and Lapis is now outside the building.
I was on the other side of a couch, and I don't know
She
how
hit you,
I'm out the
She hit you
window now.
hard.
I mean,
so
like it's fair. It's just Lapis is going, I thought I was over there.
So do you want to soak anything before you call 56 stories?
Yes, I do want to soak.
No, well,
Crazy
is there
that
any
you would
chance?
ask.
Will I have an opportunity to act before she hits the ground?
Oh, sure. Maybe.
Or wasn't sure if there was a
See what
mechanic
this
that you
card
could
says.
somehow act out of normal.
You cannot.
John, please remember that when he flips the next card, you have seize the initiative. So if we
Yes.
don't like it, because Floundery had flurry, don't forget.
So remember, the way it works is you can either keep this card for another round, or flip a new one after this card is revealed. So you can't keep the current one. You have to decide that now. So
That's a 21 for my reality.
Greg, I appreciate that. I tip my hat to everyone in the bullpen because the breath powers are spectacular. So you got a 21 on your reality, so you will take actually no damage from that.
Okay.
But you definitely do get knocked back.
Uh-huh. Cool.
All right, John. Are you going to? So the next card is you seek an advantage. Villains go first and heroes surge. Would you like to discard that card?
Yes.
All right. The new card is not like this. Villains still go first, but they will suffer a setback. So what I think is going to happen
I would like to use my bullwhip and catch myself.
You will be welcome to do that on the hero side.
Uh-huh.
I think what's going to happen is we're going to say that Scotty manages to activate the jamming device one more time, causing all of the henchmen and Li Mai to be vulnerable for this turn as there's feedback in their comm systems. I would say don't tell me the math, Mr. Furious, but gosh darn it, there's just something about 9.8 meters per second squared that brings a little joy to my heart. All right, so with Lapis currently removed from the scene, the Umbral Guards will, as a simple action, switch to their Glocks and shoot at the giant monkey man. Hey, monkey man, what's your dodge?
Let's see.
I've got you at Simeon at 10.
Okay.
All right, so 15, 15, 17. So shooting at a 10, we've got 2 hit for a good success. All 3 hit you for a good success, John. So 1, 2, 3. All right, John. So Simeon, 3 shots go ripping into you.
Okay.
Double taps all around. So Simeon, your armor is 11. So they're already up 4. So Simeon, you're going to take.
I do have a shield in my.
You have your energy shield.
Was that already based into your?
No, the energy shield is after you take wounds and shock.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Up 4. So. All right. So John, Becca, can you walk him through the energy shield? I will give him the wounds and shock. So John, the first shot does a wound and 2 shock, and the second 2 shots do 2 wounds and 4 shock.
Both of them do?
Yes.
Okay, so you have 3 charges on your energy shield.
Right.
I would say, and you have 2 possibilities left. So, I mean, I would say each charge on your shield takes a wound and 2 shock. So if you use one, you negate the first one completely.
Okay.
And then I'd say spend a possibility and see if you can lower the 2 wounds and 4 shock.
Okay. Sure.
Go ahead and roll that reality. Ooh, 10. Roll it again. 7 to 17.
So 17's plus
Oh,
4.
All right, so 4 in your
So 8? Or,
17.
oh, 7. So 4.
Plus your reality, which is
Oh, I
11.
see. 4 plus 15?
15.
Okay, so a 15 will reduce the second shock to nothing.
Okay, so there's nothing there. All right, and then spend your. So you could either spend your last possibility, and try to negate all of this, or you could spend like 1 or 2 shield charges, and either reduce this by half or get rid of it completely.
I'll spend the possibility.
Okay, and try to roll it.
Yeah.
Okay. 4.
So not good. Let's see.
Is reality mind? Spirit.
It's spirit.
I remember putting quite a number of points in reality when
Right.
I.
You got to play with what you got tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fine.
So it's a 5. However, you could play this card that you have out, willpower, and that would at least bring you up to an 8 if it matters.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, his reality score, final score is an 8.
So here's the thing. You need to get to at least a 10 to get...
Okay, so it doesn't matter.
A
So
reduction.
Okay.
don't spend that one.
All right.
Okay, so he failed his reality check.
All right, so is he spending any shield charges?
Yeah, are you going to spend any shield
Um,
charges in
Yeah,
both or just one?
just 1.
Okay, so you're going to only take 1 wound and 2 shock.
Okay.
All right, perfect. So, Simeon, in this hail of gunfire, your shield takes some. You manage to just sort of twist out of the way at the last second, but one of the shots gets through, striking you in the arm. Li Mai turns around and looks at you and says, so remember, by the way, the approved action is intimidate and maneuver. So she is going to attempt to maneuver you outside with Lapis.
Okay.
Can
What's
I
your- Can you?
use my new toy? Would that help?
You not in this case, and it will come in on your turn.
Oh, okay.
So what is your maneuver?
My maneuver is 10.
There's 10. All right, so she did get a 21. So, Lapis, you can just see V comes flying out the window as well, kind of above you. It is now the hero's turn. Maddie, do you have any cards in your pool?
Yeah, I have 2.
All right, what are the 2? Glory's 1, right?
Glory and coup de grace.
All right, 1 through 3 coup de grace, 4, 5, 6 glory. 1, 2, 3. Which one was that?
Coup de grace.
Coup de grace. All right, discard coup de grace. It is now the hero's turn. Simeon, you are the only one left in the room with a really angry Medusa-haired
So
person.
I don't get to try anything? I'm just dead?
No, you guys get to go. I was
Oh,
just
okay.
giving John a framework for where it's at. Can I?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
sorry.
I was
Going
going to
to-
actually let her throw me out the window because that's where I was headed anyway. Because I was going to go.
She wasn't attacking you, so
Oh.
who's going first?
Go ahead, John.
So maneuver is an approved action. Would it be considered a maneuver to basically, kind of fly past and out the window to try to grab, or is maneuver more like you're trying to position a?
I would allow you to make a maneuver to try and grab one of them. To grab both of them, you would need, it would be even more difficult. But I will say it's going to be easier for you to grab V, because she's still in the air. You've lost sight of Lapis, so it's your choice.
Okay.
What do you want to try and do?
So yeah, I'll grab V.
All right, go ahead and give me a maneuver check. This is going to be an adjusted. This is going to be a difficulty of 12.
Okay.
Nice.
So maneuver. Let's see, looks like I missed it by 1. I got 11.
Do you want to spend something, or do you want to see what the rest of the team is
Well,
going
I think
to do?
I'm out of possibilities. Oh, actually, wait a minute.
That's for charisma, mind, and spirit.
All right, so John, Simeon, you go leaping out the window with your rocket boots right past Li Mai and go to grab at V, and you miss, like just by inches.
Okay.
And I do think that a man on a motorcycle could grab both of them, but we don't have a man on a motorcycle right now. All right, V and Lapis, what are you doing?
Go ahead, V.
Ooh, could I get one point because I have more twice as many hands as most people.
But they're in boots.
Can I squeeze one more point out of that? Oh, I had to try.
The dice tell a story, my friend. All right, V, what do you want to try and do? You have not yet, like, you've just cleared through the open space. You have, what do you want to try and do here?
I don't have anything.
You do have access to that thing we just discussed.
Correct, but if I'm reading it correctly, it wouldn't help.
Okay.
It would buff things, but I don't, unless I'm reading it incorrectly.
Can you
I
grab
don't
it?
think it actually, can I what?
Grab it?
It does. So it can fly, and it does have a maneuver of 16. So it can try and grab you, or at least give you enough of a lift to get you back in the room.
I mean, I'll try that because I don't know that I have any other options.
All right.
So what would I?
You're going to roll a d20, and you're going to use the skill of maneuver at 16 to try and get you. You're shooting for a 12, so I'm not going to try and jinx you, but like you just got to roll a 5 or higher.
I have not rolled above a 2 all night, so yeah, thank you. I rolled a 5.
Hey, that's good. That gets you to a 12.
So I will attempt that then.
Okay, so as V comes flying past you, or flying out above you, Lapis, there's this gleaming comet. At least that's what you think it is at first. It's this bright, it almost looks like a cherub or a small angelic being. And it comes, but instead of descending from on high, it sort of comes out from behind a building. And you see its fat little body and its tiny little wings, and it hits hard into V. And this hard light drone kind of knocks V back in. And as V kind of lands, this angel kind of spreads its wings behind her. And you can see there's this shimmering aura as somehow a cyber papacy shield drone has come to her rescue.
Cool.
Now, what are you doing?
I've pulled out my whip, and I am looking for anything that I can attempt to snap it to.
Well, there are a lot of surveillance drones around.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll try watching V grab one. I'm going to attempt to grab one, kind of in a last ditch maneuver.
Okay, so I'm going to make this is going to be a hard task, so
Okay.
a DN 14, because you are attempting to grab a drone with a bullwhip.
Right.
JM, could we have, or is he out of commission again because he's now jammed the bad guys again? I was gonna see if Scotty could help maneuver a drone closer to her.
Scotty cannot maneuver a drone for you. But
it's a 10.
while you are here,
Okay. That gets me, and it's a maneuver roll.
yes, it is a maneuver check.
That gets me to 18.
All right, so an 18 is a normal success. Can you get one more point anyway?
No.
Okay.
Oh no, I do. I have one more possibility.
Do you want to use it on this?
Yes.
So right now you are not falling. If you get at least a good success,
That brought me to a 24.
all right, so a 24 is an outstanding success on this maneuver. So this is player's call. What does it look like for Lapis? And I'll even let you take out some of the katana wielding goons if you can come up with a good way that this looks.
How far did I fall
Not very.
in
Like
those
this was,
few seconds?
yeah, couple of stories.
Okay. So Lapis is sitting, surprised to no longer be behind the couch, going through the window, and she looks around, twists her body on almost it'd be super awkward if you're trying to do this, not in water or in the air, but on hard ground. But her dex is so high that she's able to kind of twist herself around, snaps that whip, catches a drone kind of behind V as she sees V come out, tugs on it, uses kind of the momentum as she swings the drone and it comes back up. It pulls her back up, and I'm able to grab on to the edge of the window and then pull myself in.
Okay. So you kind of get back into the room. You and V standing next to each other, Simeon on the other side, kind of blocking all of the exits out of this room, with Li Mai and her trio of goons around her. Second chance is your card.
Okay.
All right. The next card is they hesitate. Trick is the action. Heroes go first, and the villains are fatigued. So,
Jam, would I have gotten a
Oh.
card for that maneuver, or was that the drone that maneuvered?
I'll give you a card for that, Maddie. It sees the initiative. All right, what are you guys going to do? You have surrounded Li Mai and these three umbral guards.
I'm sorry, and the approved action is
Trick.
trick. Okay. I mean, seeing us all reappear in the room isn't a trick enough. It feels pretty tricky. The lady in red is still in the room, right?
The lady in red is still in the room.
Okay. That's more of a taunt. Oh. I would like to look at the woman, look at Li Mai,
Okay.
and say, yeah, your best isn't good enough. Pull and light a flare and toss it into her hair in an effort to startle her back, catch her off guard enough for the woman in red and my fellow knights to be able to attack.
Okay. Give me a trick roll.
An 11?
An 11 is a normal success
Okay.
against her. So what do you want to you want to make her vulnerable or stymied?
I'll make her stymied.
Okay, so she's going to take a -2 to everything she does.
Yes.
All right. So that it was Lapis. Flare goes flying into the room. Thunder cracks behind Lapis. The hair sort of kind of grabs it, but you can see it kind of grabs it and it flares right in front of her eyes, and she kind of steps back as the flare hits the ground, clearly dazzled by it. Simeon or V? Ooh, Greg, you definitely get a possibility
Go for it,
for that
Simeon.
pun. That was good.
Sorry?
I said go for it if you have an idea.
I think I'm still thinking. You go ahead, or do you?
So Jam, I guess the question is, am I the controller or someone else the controller?
You're the controller temporarily. Someone has apparently been using the surveillance in the area to kind of keep tabs on you guys and has sent this piece of tech to aid you in this moment.
Okay. Can I put it into bunker mode? If it's not already there, which would up my defenses.
It is not in bunker mode yet. So its toughness goes to 16. Right now it's in shield mode. That gives you the +2 to dodge.
Oh,
and,
okay, then I
and
will
movement
leave it in.
defense.
I'll leave it in shield then.
Okay.
I will attempt to shoot Li Mai, who's really vulnerable right now.
Well, she's just stymied, so she's taking a -2 to what she does, but you can still go ahead and shoot her nonetheless.
Okay, I will try and shoot her.
Go for it.
I'm going to go buy new dice. That's an 11. I don't think that hits.
A total of 11?
Yeah, total of 11.
Okay. You put the laser through the flare, through her hair. You actually see one of these prehensile tendrils hit the ground and starts wiggling. Not so much towards you, just starts sort of writhing on the floor and actually ends up going off the edge of the building and falling to the ground. What do you got, John?
Okay, so I think what I'm going to do for my trick is I'm going to kind of.
One quick second, John. I apologize. Maddie, did you want to have Scotty do anything? You have Scotty's stats now, so.
Yeah, you said Scotty already has his sword out.
Scotty does have his sword out.
I will have him attempt to slice her. Nope.
Dice just not. I'm sorry, man. That's rough. All right, John, go for it.
Okay, so what I'm going to do for my trick is I'm going to kind of fly up above the window out of sight. And my thought is that one of two things will happen. Either some of the goons will come up to the window, or they will turn their attention away from the window. Either way, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw. Is there anything like above the window that I could grab onto?
No, there's like another 16 story or 14 stories above you.
Well, I mean, I was thinking of if there was something like just above the window, that I could grab onto, so I could use my momentum and kind of do like a
you can
charge
use your
attack.
momentum to do that. Yeah.
Okay,
So you're gonna make one roll, and you're gonna do it as a trick and an unarmed combat.
Okay. So, 11. Okay, so let's see. What's my armed? So let's see. Let's go with let's see. 20 for unarmed.
Okay.
And what was the other? What was the
Tricked.
Oh, which is mind-based. So 24.
All right. So
Oh.
John.
Wait a minute, I did that wrong. Sorry. No, that was way off. I added the roll, not the. So, hold on a second. I'm sorry. My unarmed was 11.
Okay.
And my my trick was 14.
Okay, that's wildly different.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was adding the
So-
die roll, not the.
No, totally okay. So John, your trick successfully works on one of the guards, who kind of comes out to the edge as you come flipping through, and with a 11 against this guy, you actually get a bonus die of damage
Okay.
to your attack with your.
Can I grapple him and pull him out the window with my other 2 hand feet?
I mean, I love it. Let me check real quick. You can't pull him out the window, but if you would like to not do damage and instead grab him, you are able to do so.
No, I'll do the damage if I can't. If I can't pull him out the window. How does melee damage work?
So it's your strength, and you will get a bonus die of damage here. If you want to grapple him, instead you would lose the bonus die of damage, but you would restrain him. It's your choice.
And so would he, like, not have an action, or how? What does that do? Let's just do the damage.
Okay, go ahead and roll it. So John, just so you know, for future reference, he would be very vulnerable and not able to move.
Okay. So let's see. I think my strength was 5. So strength of 5 plus the 5 I rolled, so 10.
So 10 points of damage?
Did I do that right? Or
I mean, yeah, if your strength is a 5, then yeah, that's
Yeah.
10.
All right, so you definitely catch him, and actually that's his last point of shock. So John, you knock him unconscious
okay.
with a foot fist to the jaw.
Nice.
All right. So I think that's everyone on your side, correct?
I think so.
2
Oh, the
guards
woman in
left.
red.
Oh, the woman in red. Thank you. Dang. All right. So she got a 25.
Yeah.
So she comes in, and you see her come up to the other 2 guards and just open their throats. Like
Okay.
she is done messing around. These 2 guys kind of drop to the ground in the rain that is now, the water is cooling on the carpets, the blood is soaking in. The nice leather couches are either torn open, there are bullet holes in them, there is just stuffing and blood, and the stuffing that is inside of people just kind of everywhere. All right, well, there's only one thing left to do in situations like this.
Surrender.
Yeah, that's what horsemen do. Wait, no, you guys never surrendered. Never give up. Is that how that goes? Never give up, never surrender?
Yep, never give up, never surrender.
All right, so she takes a -2 to this action, which drops her for vulnerable, and another -2. So that drops her by 4, so she's only at +9. All right. She, Li Mai, kind of looks at the three of you kind of standing in this large open window,
Hero pose.
all right in front of her. And the woman in red kind of turns around, blood dripping from these exposed blades that have popped out of her hand. And, all right, Li Mai looks at you, Lapis, and says, "My best may not be good enough, but every time you just keep looking more and more worn out."
At least I still have all my hair.
She smirks when you say that. And she chucks a grenade at you.
Cool, I bat it out the window.
That's not really how that works.
I feel like it's how it should work. I mean,
appreciate
it's right
that.
there. I'm just gonna nudge it.
And then she goes running for that open elevator shaft that
Everybody else fell.
Simeon left conveniently open and cushioned her fall with, 3 of her guards. So then she kind of cartwheels through the rain. And you guys can all take dodge as a defensive action if you want. You would lose your next turn, but you can up your dodge for this case.
Yeah, I'm gonna dodge.
Yeah.
Splatter. Ooh. I mean, I feel like I can't give Greg any more possibilities. I don't know where his max is, but like Greg's pun game is on point. Anyone taking an active dodge? That's my question here.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Active
tried,
dodge.
but I rolled a negative number, so I don't think that counts.
It goes up by 1. All right. So, what is your temporary dodges? So, V's is 11. What is Lapis? What did you guys roll? Lapis and Simeon.
Mine's a 20.
My dodge plus my 12.
All right. So Lapis gets out of the way, and neither of you actually get hit for a good success. So you will both just take the standard amount of damage, which for V increased by 2 is 13. So V, you will take 2 shock as this grenade goes off and throws you against the wall. Simeon, you will take a wound and 2 shock.
Spend your last charge.
Yeah, I'll spend my last shield.
All right. What are you guys doing? Li Mai is running. You can hear the sound of the cables in the elevator shaft as they squeal, as obviously someone is sliding down them.
Can I do anything? Or no, because we took a
Well, you
dodge
guys
action.
dodged, so
Yeah.
she basically gets a round of running away from you. So what do you guys want to do?
Is she still in the elevator shaft?
When you finally get over there, you see the elevator about 20 floors down. There are 3 broken bodies, but there is no evidence that Li Mai is there.
Alright, then I will not drop a frag grenade down the shaft.
I mean, you're always welcome to.
Right, well, I don't want to cause extra, property damage.
Listen, this is Torg. Blind fire around corners and frag grenades drop down elevator shafts are never a waste of ammunition. Just.
Alright, I'll drop, well, So, but there's no evidence that she's even around.
Not that you can see.
If she's not down there, then I won't.
Okay.
Because again, I don't, you know.
I think I'm gonna run to the window and see if I see any sign of her from there.
When you look out in the window, what you see, John, is the burning wreckage of a helicopter. The shattered windows on the other side of the street. A lot of flashing lights, a lot of surveillance drones have sort of thickly packed in the city block as they're looking at everything. You can't, with all the smoke coming from the wreckage of Peach's unbelievable roll, you can't really make out the street. There's just this massive plume of oily black smoke kind of rising up from an attack helicopter that.
Okay.
Okay.
Jam, if we look at the elevator banks, is there any indication that one is moving or doors have opened or?
Doors, when you go over to the 4 elevators, obviously there's one that's still open where Simeon came out of. There's the one that he forced open that tricked the guys into following him, which is due to security protocols is locked down. The other 2 elevators, you can see that. There's no display to tell you what floor they're on here because this is basically like a private access floor. But you can't tell that, when you look over the edge, you can give me a find roll to see if you can figure out if any doors in that shaft, the last little bit of light or anything like that. Not so much.
Nope.
So what you don't see any evidence of what happened. As you look down, you definitely see the 3 guards that Simeon tricked down there, and at this point, you can kind of hear the door. You can hear the bolts on the bedroom door, kind of like the latch kind of unlock, and the Frenchman and Miss Hurani come back out. Miss Hurani's like, "My God, you are so messy."
This wasn't our fault.
Really?
Yeah.
And who exactly was she here for?
You. We saved you.
I'm gonna need you to give me a persuasion check there, Lapis. A BSing roll, maybe a trick.
Oh, okay, trick. I can do trick. Because it's not charisma, I can do it. That's a 3. That is a total of 5.
The glare you get clearly leads you to believe that Mr. Hurani is not picking up what you are laying down.
I shrug. Is there
Frenchman
any
comes
alcohol left?
The little old woman kind of walks over and hits a panel on a wall, and this bar kind of unfolds.
You're my favorite.
Oh, you are too kind. The Frenchman kind of walks over to you, V, holds open a case that pops open. You can see there's just like halfway filled row of cigarettes. Do you want one?
No, I find it interferes with the upgrades.
Then I will smoke yours as well. Your Adinos friend is currently either taking care of the old man or preparing to eat him. I am not entirely sure which.
Can I go assist Tyrannic?
You can, and another message comes in from that previous channel, and it says, "Oh, that was amazing! Well done! I'm so glad that ugh. You're not going to tell anyone I requisitioned that, are you?"
Oh, is this our friend from the lab? I'll respond, new phone, who dis?
Oh, that's fantastic. Someday, I hope they'll let me out from behind this desk. And then, listen, keep the drone for now. I know you don't have a lot of interaction with that. I made it as you know how to do this. I'll need it back in like 3 days so they don't know it's missing. But until then, I'm sure it's fine. Just, make sure it doesn't blow up or anything like that. Oh, gotta go. And the connection goes dead.
Okay.
When you get back in there, Tyrannic is definitely praying, and again surrounded in that kind of golden light. And he kind of looks at you and says, "I think he'll be okay. It was a near thing, though." And you can see that there's a lot of blood soaking the old man's shirt. He clearly, Tyrannic has sort of as gently as possible shredded the old man's shirt. And Peaches is kind of sitting there, and you're not kind of nudging the old man with his beak. You're really not sure if he's trying to comfort the old man or see if the old man is dead so he can eat him. We've established that Peaches is a lot like that, and so I feel like that's an appropriate response.
Yes.
You have destroyed this apartment. I assume that you can go back to Maru's. This may conclude our business together.
Sure. And I take another drink.
Can we go back tomorrow's though? I thought I got blown up.
Remember, it is a mass. It was a entire sort of 4 or 5 story complex with a large courtyard in the middle. One window got blown up when they attacked.
Got it.
Smoke particles mess up Genevieve's optronics. And yes, Genevieve does have a friend in the Q branch who shall be revealed at some point in the near future. I will arrange transport for you. And for Jean-Wei, who is currently bleeding on my Nisha's sheets. I must say, this is my 3rd encounter with members of the Delphi Council. And aside from the delightful Edith, the rest of you really leave a bad taste in my mouth.
Are you going to be asking for our heads too?
I don't know. Are you planning to double-cross me and ruin
No.
my position in the corporation? Then I think the 4 of us, should part ways.
Fair enough. I take
And
a 3rd
you?
drink.
At this point, the woman in red kind of comes over and takes the bottle of alcohol and starts cleaning off her knuckles with it. And you two, are you coming with me? You say you're going to Maru's? Would you mind if we tag along for a little bit? She owes me something as well, and it would be good to negotiate that face to face.
Yeah, that's fine. Sam, I don't remember. Did I actually give him the physical ledger back?
You did.
Can I, at some point, can I see what he puts in the ledger for me so I know what I owe in return?
Yes, he's the Frenchman is always very honest with the deals.
Okay.
So as Mr. Ronnie gathers the heads back into the duffel bag where they've spilled off the table where Lapis has left them, and you can see
There's like dirt and mud on all of them now, right?
yeah, no, it's
Okay,
just
good.
it's whatever distressing you did has just been added to by the events of the last 6 minutes.
Great.
You can see Mrs. Ronnie finally turns and is like, stop it, we're just abandoning this place, because the little old woman is like sweeping glass up with a little dustpan and like looking around and just kind of dumping the glass off the edge of the building, and, like sweeping it all up. Oh, yes, mistress, we will go down and wait by the car. I will have something out front for you. I would recommend actually going out the back. It looks as if, but she just kind of looks out. You can hear sirens now, like just this cacophony. Perhaps we should all take my private elevator down.
Ooh, that'd be fun. Tight quarters with all of us.
It is very tight quarters. Not that quite that tight, but you do guys... Simeon's new legs are wet and soaked with a little bit of blood. They don't smell as great as the rest of Simeon. Tyrannic and Peaches is kind of spread out at the top of the elevator. And as you guys get down there, the Frenchman turns to Lapis and Geneviève and goes, so what is your plan then? Are you going to the auction? I can probably get you in. With Yushen, she owes me several favors. Or are you going after your friend Edith?
I'm sorry, are we in habit of discussing our plans with you? Because, tell you
He
what.
kind of smiles at you and goes, typically, yes, you've typically just gab, and allowed me to listen into most of your affairs. I'm just trying to do...
You're trying to be
see if
nice.
I can't well, no, I'm trying to see if I can't pay off a debt that I owe you, Lapis.
Oh.
I would be willing to provide transport or access to the auction as you need.
Why do you owe me a
That-
debt?
You know.
Oh. That one. Right. Oh, well, we'll get back to you in, say, 2 hours?
Well, I'm going with you to Maru's, so
Right.
you can find me there whenever you need to.
Right.
Two black SUVs kind of roll up. The little old woman kind of gets out on one side, walks around, opens the back door for Mr. Ronnie, who looks at you and says, I swear I hope to never deal with any of you again. And she throws the duffel bag into the SUV and gets in. And as the door closes, the little old woman's like, it was such a pleasure meeting all of you. And you hear a tapping on the window. And she kind of scurries back around. And the other one, the window moves down and you see another bot in there. And Scotty's like, hey, it's me. Wait, is it me? Is that me?
Different. It's not you. I mean, it's like you, but it's not you.
We can learn about identity later.
All right, as you all pile in the back of the SUV and head to Maro's, is there anything else you would like to do? As you pull away, several surveillance drones definitely are kind of keeping track. You can see them. They're kind of everywhere. They're ubiquitous in Pan Pacifica. It is, after all, a surveillance state.
Well, are we going to lose our current Destiny cards?
This will be the end of the act, so you will get new Destiny cards and you will get new possibilities.
Can I wanted to play Connection if we needed to go find that island or to go find the hilt. A connection for like getting us there, if that's the route that we were going to take.
Well, you have that there. The Frenchman is going to act as your
Okay.
connection there.
Okay, great.
I do have idea if
Okay. I think we're good. I think it's we're either going to go to the auction or we're going to go after the hilt.
All right.
So.
Well, we'll resolve all of that next week. We'll wrap here as you guys pull up to the, as Greg pointed out, the safe house. Everyone pray for the Horseman. But as you pull up, Maru kind of is walking out toward you as the rain continues to fall on Shanghai. So thank you guys for playing. Chat, as always, explosive duffel bag. You will never see us again. Number 5 is alive. I feel like Restart needs a Johnny 5 possibility for that one, so I'm going to give that to him. Check out all the other great shows on Ulisses International channel. If you enjoy trauma, check out Fading Suns on Thursday nights, which has been, hey, there's a Come to Zebulon. Maddie has orchestrated a Come to Zebulon meeting on Thursday night. We can only hope that it does not end in gunfire and bouquets of knives. We'll be back next week with a brand new act of our Pan Pacifica arc. As the Horsemen decide, do they go to this auction and see what is available there and try and recover the sword they have been looking for, or do they trust the information that they receive that says it's not the sword they're looking for, but the original hilt, which is currently buried in a cave in Japan. That will be a decision they will make, and we will find out next Tuesday. Join us, as always, on Ulisses International channel. We're here every Tuesday, every Thursday. If you like what we do, please follow and subscribe. Follow Ulisses. Check out their website. There's always more information, always new things that are coming out. Ulisses is a great company. They always support their game lines. If you enjoy trauma, check out Becca's Call of Cthulhu game, which we ran a rerun on last night on the Iconic Production channel, which was definitely traumatic. I believe Phantom, our moderator, said that the rerun acted as group therapy as everyone kind of relived the trauma of that Call of Cthulhu session, was able to maybe process it a little more, not live. So we will be back next Tuesday with more Torg. We will be back on Thursday with more Fading Suns. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy, stay gaming. I am JM. These are the Horsemen. That is Loftus. And we will see you all in a week.